11th class students, this is your chapter 3 and lecture number 2. So in the previous class we learned about conversion, that how one number is converted into another number. In the previous class I gave you homework also. So this is the solution of your homework. So these are the answers. You have to check it that these answers are correct or not. Now next is character and the string representation. So as you know that everything in computer is represented by either 0 or 1. The same rule is applied with string or the characters also. So for string and character also we have some code that is in numeric digits, that is for example A to Z means capital A to capital Z, that is 65 to 90. Small a to small z 97 to 122. 0 to 9 that is 48 to 57. Then there are various encoding schemes are also available, that is ASCII, ISCII, then Unicode. Now we will discuss each one by one. The first one is ASCII. It means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is a full form of the ASCII. So in this we use alphanumeric code for microcomputers and mini computer. It has 7-bit code. 7-bit means 2 raised to power 7, that is 128 possible characters. So you can see the ASCII code, that how this A will write and what is the 7-bit code. Same way with B. B has 66 decimal code. Now this is the value of P. This is the range of A to Z. Now these are some special symbols, so that these are the numeric value and these are the code. So like this in ASCII total 128 characters are there and each has a unique code and unique 7-bit code. And based on these values we can easily find its octal hexadecimal representation. Okay, you know how to convert it. Now conversion of ASCII code in original message. So you can see this is the convert the following ASCII code into its original message. So you can see these are the some ASCII code is written here. Then you have to convert it into characters. So first you will write it here. This is a binary number. Then you have to convert it into the decimal form. Okay, you have to apply the conversion and then you will write the code, that what is the code for 69, that is E. This is 88. It is the code for X. 65. It is the code for capital A. 77. It is the code of M. So the original message is exam. Now next is converting message into ASCII code. So you have some character or a special symbol, sorry, a space and then numeric digit. Then you have to convert it into the ASCII. So to convert, first we find out the binary value. So what is the code for S? That is 83. Then T for 84, E for 69, then P for 80. Okay, and space value 32 and 1 for 49. Then you have to convert it into binary form. So these are the binary representation of this number. When you will write it, then the original message will look like this. Okay. Next is the ISCII. So it stands for the Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. You have to learn these definitions or the full forms. So this ISCII, that is adopted in 1991 by Bureau by Indian Standards to have some common standard for the Indian scripts. Now in this it is a 8-bit coding scheme that can represent 2 raised to power 8, that is 256 characters. Now 128 for the ASCII code and next for the ISCII. So this ASCII is able to represent the Indian language character like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Oriya, Bengali, Assamese, Gujarati, etc. Okay. So this ASCII and the ISCII code is used basically for the Indian languages. Now next is the Unicode. So now we will talk about the worldwide, so that when we are talking about the worldwide, then this Unicode will come. So in this, that is a standard that used worldwide now. Okay, so the need arises to have the coding scheme which can represent all the known languages around the world. So the result is Unicode. It has some variants, that is UTF-8, UTF-16, UTF-32. Then Unicode 13.0, that represent the 1,43,000 characters, and it is supported by almost operating system, that is it makes it platform independent, vendor and the application independent. Now it allows the data to be transported between different systems without distortion. Now you can see this is UTF-8 Unicode transformation format. So you can see in this each character is represented in Unicode character set, and this is an 8-bit, so that it is a octet. So one octet, UTF-8 can use one octet to maximum 6 octet depending upon the character it represents. So one octet has a 8 bits and you can use up to 6 octet. Now Unicode code points are written as this U plus code point, means this U will represent that this is a Unicode value. Now you can see the range is here. According to the range, the number of octet will use. For 0 to 127, only one octet is enough. 128 to 2047, then 2 octet, that is 16-bit. Now 20482 to 65,535, then 3 octet, then 4 octet, and it also represents the bits. Now how will you represent it? So you can see in this first, that is a control bit, or you can say control code, and the rest is the binary code. So you can see for one octet, that represent the leftmost bit, that act as control bit which store the 0. Now the control bit is special bit that store the control code, not the actual character, and rest of the bit stores the actual binary code. For example, you can see U plus 0050. So the binary value of 50 is this one, and it is in the range of 0 to 127. You learned that table, so we need only one octet. That's why we have just drawn here one octet, and you have to just put the values from the right hand side, and the last one, that should be a control bit. Now 2 octet means 16-bit representation. So you can see here 2 octet are there. So in the first octet, you have to write this code. So this will represent that this is a control bit 110. So you have to leave the space for first 3 bit. Then on the second octet, you will write 10. Now U plus 00A7. So this is the binary code of this symbol, and that is this one. So we need 2 octet, that is 16 bits, so that we have to draw this. Next is 3 octet, that is 24-bit representation. So when the value lies in 24-bit representation, then you need to draw 3 octets. So the example is U plus 203B. So this is the binary value of this symbol, this one. Then you have to first 4-bit, this one you have to first fill the control bit, then you have to put the value from the right hand side. You will start it from last octet, then you have to fill it, and if any bit is remaining, then you have to just put it 0, that represent the empty bits. Now next is 4 octet 32-bit representation. So for 32-bit you need 4 octets. Okay, so the first octet will be this one, that is 11110. Then you have to write the control bit again, then 101010 in each remaining octet, and then you have to fill the value. Now next is UTF-32. So UTF-32, that use exactly 4 bytes that to represent all the Unicode character, and every character that are using the 4 bytes. Now you can see the symbol is this one, and you need to fill this code in 32-bit. So this is the value. So you have to first put the value from here, and then you will just write the empty bit in the remaining octet. Okay, by this way you will fill this UTF-32. Okay, now your homework is, beta, your chapter is complete. So you have to revise the complete chapter and you have to make notes. and submit your notes either on WhatsApp or you can mail it to me. Then on the next day I will give you the assignment also based off this chapter, so you have to revise the chapter carefully. So thank you and have a nice day.